These are the new Walmart shorts. The shirt came from Ross. Both of them are comfortable. I think they fit really nice. It's amazing how you knock me off my feet. Mm. Every time you come around me, I get weak. Nobody ever made me feel this way. Mm. You kiss my lips and then you take my breath away. I wanna know. I always do that. It's going to the give it to me. Hurry up, big read. Give it to me. Give it to me. She's like the door shut. Get over here. I'm not gonna keep it up. She'll be playing games. It's amazing. Get up to me. I'll play that one. She'll do it. You stay out there. It's like an icicle out there. We're not playing this game with her. I don't even know where she's got this new keep it from me shit from. I'm not really feeling that. Oh well, actually, I'm not gonna lie. I do reversals. Some tours don't. I do. Oh shit, yeah. Okay. Well, I like. Okay, some of you are fucking. Somebody is not your true love. We have 6-1 here. True love in the reverse. Messages. Hangman in the reverse. Some of you guys got somebody that's fooling you. Yeah, you're not. Right now you're coming out of a hangman in the reverse, which means you are just barely to a place that is like how I described it for myself is I felt like a cave woman if she was behind a rock and she was like peering out and just kind of looking out. Right now you're not sure if you could trust people or like what is it, Mowgli from the Jungle Book when he comes to the city. He has no idea what's going on right here yet. And so right now you're in a place where you need to find a trusted leaders and you're very vulnerable and there could be somebody in your energy that's taking advantage of that. Tell me what I gotta do to please you. Baby, anything you say I'll do. From the bottom of my heart it's true. Yeah, you need to play some love songs and I recommend that you like really pay close attention to the songs that they listen to. They're gonna be like either really lovey or really depressed or angry. Those are all things that you just don't need in your life anymore. The anger and depression. And also, if you're somebody who is coming out of a place of like depression, you need to heal from that. You can't come from a place of like lack. So I'm gonna put codependent for some of you guys. You could just really just feel very lonely, alone, and this is your go-to. And actually, I understand that, and it's a better, healthier go-to than some other people's. But I'm hearing your heart is a treasure. I like that, and you do. You have a beautiful heart. This week, it seems like we're talking about like a treasure heart group of people. The last read was very similar. And also at the very end of the last read, I feel like there was a message for a passed away loved one that was trying to get to at the very end of my last read, with like the last probably 4 minutes or so, there's like I felt like that spirit came in, and I felt like it was involving a loved one and potentially like there could have been an accident with a vehicle, but it's saying that it was possibly their boyfriend that took their life, and they made it look like it was an accident, like a car accident or something like that. But it's not the truth. This person is trying to tell you that it was a setup. It's gonna be a friend or something, but it felt like they were being told to follow somebody somewhere, but it was like a detour to get them actually injured or hurt. So you might want to check that out if you've been wondering about the whereabouts of a friend or a family member. We have authentic here, and we have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a good energy, somebody who helps people. It's a celebration for love, celebration for work, and in this case, it is a celebration for just somebody who is pure, wants to be there for other people, and you like that about this person. You find that very just beautiful and attractive. Um, this person could be somebody that helps you and makes you feel cared about, loved, for no reason. I think of this card as the nonprofit people who help me. And yeah, there is somebody in your energy that wants to look better than they are. I do think that you're suspicious about this person. This person, I believe, is sending messages to somebody else too behind your back. If you are seeing them, um, they actually go out of their way to make themselves appear smarter, or they dress in certain ways. These girls, I noticed a couple of them at a Christmas party this year, and they were like, they have their straight postures, and they're like, oh yeah. And then you got the follow along girls. They're like really believe the leader of the pack, and she's like waiting for the other one to basically give her like a cue to fucking move and breathe and do anything. And these are the girls that the other ones won't eat what she's not eating. And this girl's like all about studying people, and it's that fucking okay, if you were thinking of the sibling in your family, it's the conniving one that is just a liar and always gets what they want, their mommy little kiss, but they could go run and tell the parent that, oh, and you'd be like, what are you even talking about? I didn't do anything. This person is the conniving one, and they grow into this in their adulthood. They do this with all their boyfriends too. They do the sweet face, the conniving face, like, oh baby, and you're gonna find that, honestly, if like anything better comes along, which it looks like something may have, they could be messaging this person and direct. I don't know, it's like ice water so much. Yeah. You've been carrying a lot. Um, and it says that you've accomplished a lot. So these could be your own dreams, your own goals, and you're proud of what you've carried. You're proud to be strong. You're proud that you've accomplished, like this hangman in the reverse here. You We're not somebody who's like, I'm going to keep embracing this darkness. I'm not going to be somebody that I'm not. I'm not going to marry you. Some of you guys turn down like a possible fake bitch. Yeah, you gave him a last warning. You probably saw right through it. You were like, hey, you need to act right. And you're like, what are you doing on your phone? Like, this person might have been on the phone all the time. And you're like, what are you doing? What are you doing over there? I don't feel like I don't feel like you're a jealous person. I just feel like you noticed the shit. And you're like, what are you doing? Like, I feel like you said that a lot. I feel like you were like, you were like, I don't know, you were just like proud of the things that you were working on. And I don't really feel like this person was like, they don't seem to be like intruding on that. They don't seem to be like feeding off of it. Like maybe they were like bragging about who you like. I feel like this person was like obviously trying to impress you in a way, but you're not impressed by fake stuff. And you sensed your intuition was like sensing like unpure vibes from this person. You felt like this person might have been codependent on you a little bit. I don't feel like you felt like they were trying to stop you from your goals or anything. You were just worried about the fact that maybe they didn't set their own. And you have this blank card here, so maybe you were like, what? So what are you doing? You're like, what do you got going on? You wanted to hear a little bit more from them, possibly. You you were hoping, that maybe they had a life. You were looking forward to hearing. You liked, like, I don't know. You obviously, it seems like you want like, you also want to be proud of your partner. You want to be like, yeah, she's going to school for nurse or whatever, anything, like she's great. You were proud. You were hoping to tell a story that sounds like other people maybe in your life have people that set goals too, and you're just like, I don't know. It seems like you're positive. Says your heart's a treasure. Like we made that up, but then we have codependent over here that we made up. We have authentic. We have love songs. Helpful. Don't interrupt. You just felt like this person was like, and just repeat. I don't even know. Yeah, the don't interrupt, and you're just like, what is going? You're like, I feel like they almost have like social anxiety. I noticed that with one of my crew members. I was training. She would laugh when there was not time to laugh, and she was just really off kilter. She's like, oh yeah, and like, and I started doing it with clients, and I observe them, and I give them progress reports, and I meet with them weekly, and just go over things that I view, and I I was watching her do several things, and she was just random, and I came up with the possibility of social anxiety and brought that up to her, and she was like, yeah, maybe, and because like she just didn't really make sense, and I always feel like she's coming up like that. That girl did actually cheat in the back room with people on her Snapchat. She's coming up. I mean, there was messages too. She's not a bad girl. She had potential, but like I said, when the next thing comes along for these ones also when I was training these particular ones, it was like they were focused like way ahead of the game that they weren't even learning what I was talking about. It was like I had to be like, okay, so then what did I say? You know, or I'd give them the opportunity to make a schedule for the whole crew. Bro, complete selfishness. They would never honor, dude. It was so messed up. Like it gives you an opportunity to see if they truly care about the people or if they're gonna make it all about themselves. And I just feel like that's the energy. You were like, you saw some good qualities, but in the end, they always have just concerning, immature, greedy, but in a light heart. They had great. These ones have great customer service. They smile. They have their great laugh here and there, but it was they just don't add up, and it really just comes down to they probably need to make a few more mistakes. They are great. They are greedy though. They will sacrifice it all for somebody over this message. I've noticed it every time. I and you know, we'll see. We'll see what works. It will always work out. I believe in everybody. But yeah, right now they're going through the hangman. They have a double hangman because this is not the first person they do this to. They do it to everybody. They do it to their bosses. They do it to you. They do it to their husbands that divorce them, and they actually will admit it. These ones are honest. I've had to talk to that. Like one of them actually went through a divorce, and she straight up said she cheated. And she didn't try to really make excuses, but she did mention that she just felt like she wasn't paying attention to, and she said it was just he was struggling with like I think it was the death of his brother and cancer, so I felt like that was pretty significant. And I selfish with respect to her. I mean, I am always open minded, but these women don't know how to set boundaries with people that are also toxic for them. They want to be liked. They suffer from wanting attention. Um, Even people at the workplace, these ones get in fucking battles within their own groups. Like they're not the hater bitches that you gotta fucking be the sorority that you gotta initiate into. These are the ones that almost like, yeah, hi, oh yeah, sure. So then on Wednesdays we are always here at 8, and then make sure that you lock the door, and then they're going to be the ones that write that you were 1 minute late. They're your B personalities. So they're right in the middle. You know, when I was doing the personality courses, they have us take a test, and there's 3 different areas. And they say that the people on the fence, which are in the middle, are the most dangerous ones. And they say it's just because they have the ability to go, they sway back and forth. And it'll say, like, some people are really strict with the rules. Some people don't follow the rules at all. And some are just like, you know, like, hey, these ones do the hate thing right now. So right now they're probably just really young minded. I do believe in them. I train them. Unfortunately, they fuck themselves. I have never seen one of these women actually get the position, but they do have, just like with when you've chosen them, they do come across opportunities to have it, but they need to choose, do they want to act with integrity? It's not about the next big thing. And they will learn that because I think they're beautiful too. They have a lot of potential. They are the fence liners. And I don't think that I think you did everything right. I think you did like me. You honored your word with these people. You started a plan with these people. Um, you saw potential. You saw some red flags, and you were questioning your safety. And you were like, what the fuck is happening, Sandy, bitch? You know, and you did what you needed to do. You finished the fucking shit out, and you were like, deuces. And that's good. You released them. It says, yeah, and then you finished it with, "Don't interrupt me." By the way, don't. You needed to pay attention right here. You say, "I want you to take a look at this schedule that you just created for everybody," and they're like, and you're like, okay, so let's just look here. What? Let me see. You just tell them. I mean, it was crazy wrong. Everyone in my salon, which there was only 5 at this location for this particular manager training. She was training to be my assistant. She was an evil being. She was like trying to take me for my own throne. I was like, oh my god, man. It happens all the time. And I'm actually bouncing from place to place to give them the damn position. So they get too excited. They forget it's about to be theirs. You might want to learn how to do it before I leave. They cannot handle it. These are the girls that had the potential to be a leader all along, but they suffer from integrity in the reverse. They get too excited, and so they get pretty ruthless. They're not gonna jack you. They're not thieves, but they will get their own needs met, and usually it's a tangible goal. It's money or sex. They like to be also told, like one of them told me in specific, um, I love it when guys tell me I'm a good girl. She said, don't you love it when guys tell you you're a good girl? I said, fuck no. So fucking beat their ass, dude. She said, oh, I love it. So I learned something about her that day. She's a sub. And that's where she suffers from wanting to cheat. She's getting compliments from players. You know what I mean? So, you're not even like that. I mean, you could use it to your advantage. There's a tool for you, but I like to study psychology for that reason right there. But they're honest too. Those 2 girls, I have 2 of them in the same place, and the one got the other one a job. And like I said, the next good thing come along, they will fuck each other over. The one comes to me in the room, behind the other one's back, the one that got the job, person B, and she's like, I want the job too. I want to be assistant too. I said, well, it's fine. You're always welcome. Train. We have many companies. Or me. I think my boss in that particular one had like 35 or 40 fucking different locations. So I already knew what she was saying though. She wanted person A's job, her friend. And so I said, I always know how to speak to them, because you don't want to diss anybody. But I asked her specifically, like, with the other person getting you that job and it being your best friend, aren't you worried a little bit about her feelings? And she said, fuck no. I would never fucking worry about another people stop me from an opportunity. So I said, I'm telling you, no, I was actually just, again, taking note. I would never apply. I would never let anybody like that apply for the job. I never let her train. Because if that's how she would feel about her own best friend, what would she do to people? So I just was kind, I was responsible and respectful during that thing. I know how to handle them. I mean, go lay down. Take your turn, go, please. I don't want to have to be a bitch. And that's kind of what they'll do. So they're working on that. They're working through that. I dealt with those particular girls. I was with the company, and I did take the company to the top, and we got the highest score. So I'm really excited about that. But we had the highest client return numbers in the whole place, in all of those locations, and we had the highest tip percentage in the whole place. And they've always said, what do you do? Well, it's about culture. It's about make sure those ones at the top. Those ones can be dealt with a little bit, but not so much. They are so greedy and just gross that you're always kind of having to watch them, that you have to watch them. They start fights, and you notice that probably, because that's what they do here. They try to look better. Yeah, last warning. You're like, dude, I told them that. I said, because those ones will go back and forth. They will stitch anybody off, and like it becomes like a corporate constant write-up. It's like annoying. I don't tolerate people bringing third party information to me. I have gotten really good at just handling it through what we call a documentation form or a feedback form. And they now they just need to fill out the feedback form and then they just can set it down. And then what we'll do here is I'll review it and then it's all in writing. It's easy peasy. A lot of them don't want to put what they have to say in writing because they're gossiping. And so it actually probably reduces at least like 60%, if not more, of your guys' trouble if you are in leadership positions. So we'll go ahead and clarify these now. But it looks like you were dealing with somebody that I do want to just stand up for a little bit and say that I believe these girls have the potential. They just need to have the worth, the self-worth. They need to start practicing self-respect more. And I think you did the right thing. And I think that you were right about what you saw. Now we'll know, did they meet up with this person they were messaging? What was going on exactly? And what's going on there? I was going to change it obviously. Well, true love in the reverse with this person was clarified by the fact that you wanted somebody who was elegant and somebody who was balanced. And this person was not. This person was trying to look flashy and they were not. You were like, what are you doing? You just, you know what's, I see this guy doing that. He has this girlfriend and she's beautiful. But something that she always does is out of nowhere, she'll just bust every video she busts up dancing. And there's a lot of videos where he's just so sweet. He always smiles, the greatest smile at her, but sometimes he'll be like in the middle of like working on something and she'll jump up, you know, and she does this like whole dance. She's a really good dancer, but you can kind of see where for him it almost like shows that he wants his face. I'm just like, babe, chill the fuck out. Like, I feel like you're somebody that was like more like you're just more. You seem more like chill, and this person doesn't seem. I think they're just doing too much, bro. And I feel like they got bored with you a little bit, and they felt like what they were doing wasn't really bringing that you were just you just know it was not good. You guys were not good. You were bad for each other, but different people, different time of life. Yeah, I go out and have fun in the reverse. You're like, why don't we stay in tonight's round? Yeah, first come first serve in the reverse. You're like, we won't be going, so it won't be a problem. We're last come no sir. You're like, we need to have. You were like, let's sit down. This is establishment made. You were like, okay. You're like, babe, come here. Yeah, they did tell you, but you never listen in the reverse. And treat yourself to something tasty. See, this person might have went and did something, spent money. I did tell you, babe. No, this says they didn't. And you knew. They were like, babe, come here. What's going on? Like, where this? You spent money, or like, where would you do today? Like, maybe they were supposed to clean. I mean, anything. Then they might be like, what? They tried to pull the cute card on you, just like that. Can I have a little kid? And you're like, no, you did not tell me that. Don't try to tell me that you tell me that. You are not the type to forget it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with you two. You're at least giving me the giggles, and I don't know that you thought it was funny, but at least it's pretty lighthearted. You're smart, at least. Yeah, you listen to your heart. You're awakening to your psychic abilities. Just tuning into the infinite. You're just like a great person. You're really smart. You are about to have a wonderful wife, or husband, whoever it is, whatever. But you are gonna have that because you know you're probably gonna. I just picture you to be. You're picking up these aspiring businessmen or woman vibes. I feel like your life purpose is that you're gonna be like. You're going to just be somebody who leads by example, somebody that doesn't have to say too much, and other people like you will just congregate towards you. Um, you're just the type of people that are like, let's go, dude. You know what I mean? Like you see something fucking weird and you're like out of there. You know what I mean? And I don't know. You're just like you're just fine. I don't even know, dude. You're fine. You seem simple, and I just think you're wonderful. You have the 8 of Cups here already too. For you to go out and have fun. You're like, no, I'm not. You're like, my fun. You're like, I enjoy it. You're like, I am having fun. I don't want to go to the bar. I don't really want to do that, babe. You're like, that's not really fun to me to go out and fucking sit there and watch a bunch of the same person. You're like, babe, have you noticed that every time we went to that bar by the church, the same girls there every time? And it's just a habit. And I don't know. I never was a bar person. I got lucky there. My mom was psychopathic. She would have kicked her ass. I tell my friends that were. Say yes to a favor in the reverse. And return of the Mac is plain. You're like, I'm not doing that. We made an establishment mark, right? You're like, this is a lot for me. You're like, I'm trying to focus. Some of you are studying a program or something like. You're trying to build yourself up. This person is not setting goals. They're just young-minded and they're stuck in their fucking manipulation stage of being like fucking daddy's little princess or something, like getting what they want from their daddy. You're like, I don't know. You might be like feeling like this person's like trying to fucking treat you like you're their parent, or I don't even know. Keep cracking me up, man. You lied to me, bitch, please. Yeah, for annoying you. You could still be living with him. Yeah, Queen of Wands, though. She's hot. And growth. That's good. So you guys are about to have some good. No, we're done. Go lay down. You have found a new person. Somebody who sets many goals. Queen of Wands is the goal setting queen. She's all about goal setting. The Queen of Cups is the big homebody, fucking let's stay home and I want to fucking love you and hug you and kiss you, the Elvira wife. Did you go to the doctor's appointments? You know, all shit. Wands is the fucking, she likes to have sex and she likes to set goals. She's your power couple wife. And it says growth next to it. So you probably grew in your area down there and you feel very stimulated with it. And it actually looks like that. It's perverted. It's funny, huh? That's how you feel about your new girlfriend. Is that kind of suspicious? So that's way different. The other one's ridiculous, dude. It's not for you. The other one put you into the hangman. Rub my back though. And they were probably the type that was like, baby, can you come over here, baby? And you're like, how about you rub my fucking. You're like, actually, I don't even. You were just like, you're not the type that even lets people touch you. This says you had to be a peace ambassador with this person. You had to practice peace with this person. You were like, bro, you could get a hangman. You were like, you got me hanging, man, like low. Like you were like, actually, you know what? You might have been. You were just like, you might have been actually. It was very rare. I don't know how you felt, but like, you could have even been the type of man who was like, not tonight, man. I don't feel like it. That's really bad. If the guy says not tonight, oh my gosh, dude, that's pretty. Like you don't want that bitch at all. So yeah, if you were not tonight, near, and she wasn't picking up on that. I don't know if she was or not. She's not very intelligent. With respect. Three doors down when I'm gone, come on. they're saying it's already going to be allergy season. I don't like that. I remember when my dad was like, oh, and I was like, fuck, and they're like over the last couple of years, I think I actually got allergies. Yeah, you guys are feeling like that three doors down energy. You deserve good things, and just continue to keep your focus on what you want. You guys are doing a great job, and you're on the right track. There's another world inside of me that you will never see. There's secrets in this life that I can't hide. Somewhere in this darkness, there's a light that I can't find. Maybe it's too far away. Or maybe I'm just blind. Maybe I'm just blind. Yeah, you guys are three doors down in it. Yeah, that's how I left my hometown. Matchbox 20. She got out of town. When my baby dad showed up a few months ago, he said, oh man, you just left. That's what I said. My son said, he said, well, I just can't believe she fucking left me for fucking Tweetboy. But he'd be looking like the Ducks of Dynasty right now. But I feel like this girl wanted you to be her kryptonite. And you were like, bitch, please. You were like, oh man, I don't know. You do. You got stained energy. You just like old school energy. I like your energy. I like that. I feel like the same way. I used to hike. I love singing. Before that, I was singing the back of my dad's semi trucks leaned along. His lean down my arm will go on, and I'd sing Christina Aguilera. Oh my gosh, the top of my lungs, dude. Sometimes I'd be mowing the orchards, dude. It's fucking doing me do a slave work shit for free. Almost like, I got paid $1 million, hey man. We didn't even get that, bitch. Can show some respect. So hold me when I'm here. Love me when I'm gone. Yeah, I feel like she wants you to be kryptonite though. Alright. We're supposed to be doing some chores here. I don't know what I was supposed to be writing with this P. But I mean, P to me sounds like. All right. The first come, first serve. I don't know if you guys are willing to just get some, but let's see how that goes for you. That's going to be a good idea. Oh, by the way, the tarot readers are warning of STDs. Yeah, death, bro. I see. Don't. She's saying an incurable one. So be careful. That's kind of weird to clarify it in that way. Lumen Moon Tarot is a sweetheart, and so is Chris from Minnow Pond Tarot, and also like Goddess Energy Tarot. All of them are very wonderful, and Maji is great too. So yeah, pleasure in the reverse, dude. Somebody's not good to do it with. That is really odd to say that. Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna call it. Don't do it. I would not be messing around with somebody. It does say that somebody actually made a boo boo, and actually was unfaithful, and so that could be a way. Pay attention to like their posts. They will obviously be complaining if they got cheated on, or they will be complaining about single life from cheating. So what the establishment made is that this person has been overstepping your boundaries. Says boundaries in the reverse, and you were like, there's a test coming. It said the test was that you told this person already up here, you were giving them their last warning. So you were telling them, hey, I need you to do what we talk. Something is like odd here with what they were supposed to be doing. Um, the test coming is fear. It could be that you are going to overcome your fear of maybe booting them out. Their fear is being their true self. Clearly, they need to focus on doing that. Yeah, exactly, being authentic. I love life. Okay, he did tell you, but this person feels vulnerable. And that see different is not always bad. Okay, and that's what I was saying. That's what I was defending him a second ago because when I work with these girls, I can see ahead of time the they're the numbers girls is what I call them. There's two types of people in the career field, and there is the ones that we take so long doing services, but we really love what we do. We're not worried about how many dollars we got. We're more focused on the joy of spending with the client. We're the one that gets yelled at all the time for going way like we just slow our clients so much. I'm definitely the slow one. I never worry about how much time I take. I'm always just very involved with my client, and I get in trouble all the time because I'm not hitting the numbers. And so but we also get the highest return clients and the highest tip ranks too. It's like the clients feel special, and it doesn't say on your menu that we're going to rush because they paid whatever you chose for them to pay. If you want us to make more money, then up your price and let the clients know that we're going to do that because we provide quality. I'm not cutting a corner. I don't care. Like, I'm the one that pays my student loans for this job, and I will fucking do my clients how I fucking want to, so eat it. And literally then you have the ones that are told, if you get your clients down to 17 minutes a client, you get a bonus. And so they're like, fuck yeah, because they're money motivated. And so both matter. The money motivated ones are your little B team snitch ones, and the slow ones are actually your loyal ones that are not going to make necessarily as much money as the other ones, but they're going to provide quality, and the clients, they're just always going to have a quality worker, and you're going to always have somebody who may be out smoking. They do smoke. They're your weed smokers, and they are going to show up a few minutes late, but they are so bubbly and fun, and they're not the same girls that sometimes if they struggle with the alcohol and they drink too much, dude, a lot of the girls, you guys are a pain in my ass. I've done so many students. Oh, well, I love them all. They're cool. They're all different. There's some on rewinds. They're all different. Everyone's amazing though. I'm noticing, I love them all. There's thousands of them. You never know what you're going to get. Life's like a box of chocolates. You're cheering over, bitch. All right. So they got potential. They're fine. They just, they're growing. They're young too. It says don't focus on babies and shit until you're 26 and up. It's the same with love, guys. You guys needed that time because your brain is you've just been set free from your parents, and you're actually just trying to feel yourself through this new world, and you're free. And there's a lot that goes with being 18, and whether or not you're on track with your license and your job and your home, and you're just still like, there's a lot of say at that age too about what you should be doing, what the right direction is to take, and there's so much that you are processing at that time that it's very important that you just stay as young as you can and just enjoy yourself. It's so important that you do, and I didn't do any of that. I give you guys advice from telling you the journey. I started having kids at 17, dude. They're all fucking, I guess that's the pro, they're fucking grown. But I don't regret it. I really had such a crappy childhood with respect that I actually remember being very excited. Skylar was I was so excited. I just loved him so much. And I have always loved being home. So that's cool. I worked very hard for them. And I think that, James, their dad passed away in 2015, the girls is, and Tori and I have a great relationship. He's a real fun guy, and he's just simple and likes to go fishing, and he literally looks like Gandalf or something. But I don't know, he was my first love, and I feel like we have good love, and I don't have any problems with anybody. I mean, if they have a problem with me, then that's not really them having a problem with me. That's them having a problem with them. So hopefully everybody in the world can get better on that end. But for us happy people, I think we've got to a place now where we just understand what's happening, and I don't think we ever would have tolerated if we would have known any faster. We've always wanted solutions and to do things better, and I think God always has us go through the things at the pace that both of us will work through it, us and God together. Other people can dictate it too, and so that's where you took your power. I don't feel like you've ever been somebody that gave your power away, though. I think you've had a pretty strong system, and yeah, like I feel like this was something that you were able to kind of nip in the butt. It's like I'm hearing you dodged a bullet. This person could have been talking about like taking it more seriously with you. At an apartment, and this person moved in with you, starting their shit over something. It was getting dirtier. You seem organized. And now this person was like, "Let's go. What are we gonna do tonight? What are we gonna do tonight?" And you're like, "Go to bed." What are you talking about, dude? Yeah, habits. You're like, you are surrounded by bad people. You need to come home. And you're like, we're not gonna do this. So vulnerable. I look for you everywhere. It's kind of creepy. The tarot readers are talking about stalkers. They would probably. Okay, so listen to your heart. So some of you guys have spiritual ego, which could just be a sense of which maybe you feel honestly like you might be better than other people. Maybe you have a narrow-minded religion, like factor system or something. You might be learning about things, about expanding your religious beliefs. How I did that. Take your twinkle in elsewhere. Is my son came home one day and he was just so excited. He's a Libra, so he doesn't get excited often about school. He hates it. If your kid just doesn't like school, he's not going to like it. If they do, they're going to love it, and they're not going to probably care that much about sports. And if they like both, then you're fucking love it. But this day he came home and he's like, Mom, and my mom is against tarot, and I just love how beautiful Skylar. Well, the kids are so wonderful. Skylar is he's very strong with his own self. He tells me, Mom, we studied spirituality today because, as you guys know, as parents, they made it to where they started studying all religions in school. And so for some parents at first, even us, we went to church all the time. We have like half the family that's Mormon and half that's Christian. So I was pretty big on respecting God, like the Christian God. But everybody would always try to tell me about what they thought about it. I was like, don't you ever disrespect God. Don't you ever. I was like, oh, hey, and then this day he came home and he was just so beautiful and excited. And he was like, yeah, Mom, and he starts telling me about Buddhism and the Egyptians and the Greek gods and Zeus and everybody. And he's like, Mom, I'm thinking I'm gonna switch. He's like, I think I'm gonna be Greek. He wanted to be Zeus. He wanted to go Greek God. And he was just telling me, he gets really passionate when he talks about things. And he sounds almost like he's one of those dudes that works at the sports place. Oh, and there goes Ricky, just got and like he could definitely do that job. And there's a few things that make him really excited, but he's just a really cool. It's really wonderful to watch him. He's gonna be 19 this year. It's crazy, yeah. He's big now, but I just love it. And he is the one that got me looking into that, and I looked, and sure shit, there is Buddhism and everything, and I started just research it all, and the Mormons always come over and they're real sweet. I don't deny God. I've never gotten baptized because I was like, I don't know, I want to make sure that I wanted to feel a very close connection. That's a baptism. I didn't want to just do it for forgiveness. I wasn't going to quit anything they were asking me to do that for. I'm not going to go get baptized if I'm not going to stop doing what I do. What? And so I was like, oh, I love God. I will. They said you can come to church if you love God. So I was like, what are you doing? I was making it work. But I always felt like this like place of disconnection. And you know what? At the end, I just realized I actually believe that all the religions make up spirituality in general. Like because you got the shaman, healers, the natives. They're all the same. You know, they believe in being hippies and being more natural, and you can put the vegans in that. You know, they don't want to add too much medicine to their body. They want to do natural herbs, and they want to do just natural. They know that's shaman. And then you have the Egyptians, and they believe in like the tarot is where that comes from, and they even place like the Sphinx and all of their tombs underneath the constellations in particular that they believe they connect and have power that go through so that their spirits and ancestors can channel. And they also, obviously, the royalty in general just believes in keeping their bloodline pure, so they keep it blood relatives as far as your relationships go. So even people that actually are incest could consider themselves to be Egyptian. You know, they might be somebody who has then they have like the alligator king, and then they also have the sun Ra god, the sun god Ra. So it's really cool to actually look into it. And you have Buddha, who does freaking. He believes in taking your power back and doing the martial arts. And basically, if you like Avatar and you're like an airbender or firebender, which I love that. I love the art of balance and taking your power back because you have peace. And so that would be Buddha coming. You know, and you know, at the end of the day, all of them, you got the Mormons that believe in covering yourself, and they believe in obedience, and that's okay. They're not doing anything wrong. They believe in having babies and serving, you know, women duties, and I mean, really, there's nothing wrong. I just think that, you know, for me personally, you know, everybody's just got to be more open-minded and make more peace out of stuff that people make a mess. Yeah, this person was trying to use manipulative seduction. They had Page of Cups energy in the reverse. Like I said, I feel like you had a place and they could have moved in with you. You were trying to encourage this person to be better. They have the Lovers in the reverse. I don't feel like they were loving themselves, and you were making it very aware what your expectations were for this person. This person seems like they had multiple relationships going on though too. Second card now that says that they were not being faithful to you. So you might want to go get checked honestly for that if that's something that if you were with somebody, if you were worried about that. Or don't, you know. I like to live in denial. When you do know, you know, it's like fuck. But that's one reason you wanna bound. You're bound to have success, so that's a good outcome. Yeah, they're giving me the creeps. I don't know where I'm getting this. I'm getting like the EBGB feeling like all of a sudden. Yeah, it says the unfortunates here too. I just saw it. I made that up for people that just unfortunately can't seem to care. And that's what it comes down to. That you just realize. See, and I do like what I do is like how this even happens so quickly. In case you're somebody that's cross watcher, just like I got left. Well, for me, this is the motto. There are people that can find a solution to every problem, and then there are people that have a problem with every solution. And that was what was going on here. And you were trying to build a future. You don't want to live at the bare minimum. And you are fine with whatever the fuck is also in your energy. But this person was like, it was like they wanted to be seen. They were obnoxious in a way that was just, they were just disrupting your vibe. Yeah, you have options here. You're like, you're going to have to go. Yeah, hermit mode. You're somebody who doesn't like people in your space, like disrupting it. Selfish. You did feel like this person was selfish. Like, I do feel like this person made agreements. I don't feel like you asked this person to do much. And I don't feel like they would get it done. I feel like when you got home and shit, no food would be made. the shit. They might have even been sleeping too, like at times when there was this weird deal. I don't know. It was just not for you. So we'll pull a couple more, and then I'm gonna do some chores. That's looking good. You have power. You took your power back. Mm-hmm. You're some. They say you have like true love. Like you have the faith card. She even have a pregnant baby. You have this like a really good woman. So that's really sweet. And it says internal feminine. So she has love for herself, like internally. Um, this is also somebody that is abundant in a way that they're self-sufficient. The Nine of Cups is actually a place of love. Like that's where you need to be. A lot of people think you need to be in a 5 and 5 and you create a 10, but that's not the truth. You don't want to come in from a place of lack because it stresses everybody out. Because like the first few dates, you're like, oh yeah, hi, I'm Mindy, and you're like, hey, yeah, and then you're trying to look your best and shit, and then it's like you're really, if you think about it, you don't tell anybody shit that's going on wrong. That's the last thing you do. I'm not like that. You guys know I fucking tell you all of everything. Fucking I'm a mess every day. I can't help it. I try to be quiet and I just keep talking. It's like if you even look at me, I keep talking. Yeah, it's bad. But oh well, I've always been like that. But actually, I wasn't. You know what made me become like this is one day one of my students walked up to me and she was so pretty. Her name was Miranda. I would have been Miranda. You know, she was so gorgeous and she was sweet, beautiful, and kind. And she was funny. One time we went to this concert. She got so drunk. She was so funny too. I've never seen her like that in my life. And she starts dancing so adorably with everyone's man. And we were. She was really cute. She was just really innocently, really beautifully sweet. And you know what? Found out later on she was, obviously going through her own shit. She was like probably being taken advantage by guys that were really mean to her. But she walks up to me one day and she says, "You know what, Miss Dana?" She says, "I hope one day I can find the love that's beautiful." And she was in Zeke's. And it broke my heart because Zeke was abusing me and I was keeping it a secret. He was even strangling me unconscious, and sometimes I'd wake up with bullets in my mouth and his foot over my face, telling me if I moved again, it would explode. And it had been going on for years and I didn't say anything. And I realized that I was doing something very wrong in that moment. I was making people believe that my life was better than it was, and I was being an example to people that could put them in situations like that. And I started to tell my true story after that. I started to tell people how I came up here, and that I didn't have anything, and how I was CPS involved and handcuffed in the backseat of a DOC car, pregnant with Halo. And I went to an inpatient center and left everything behind. And the ladies up here just believed in me. And when it was my day to get released after 6 months, one of them just came to me and said, "What do you think about staying?" And I said, "Okay." And I stayed up here and I never went back. And it's been 15 years. And, I own my house now and I have 2 licenses. I'm a teacher and a beautician. And I have 4 business licenses, and I get to do my Airbnb and my entertainment business, and the CBS case is closed, and everything ended up working out. And you just never really know how things are going to work out. But one thing I can say is that it gave me faith to know that I could do it and that there was other options. And I always just knew that I was not happy down there. And when people were always like, get better, for one, those people were a problem for me. They were a lot of times doing things that were sick to me. And I realized that I was like, and I thought to myself, why did you stay with those people for all those years? Why didn't you think of it as domestic violence? And I thought, well, I'll say every year before that was worse. I was DOC involved. I was in and out of jails. You know, it was like the family fighting. It was toxic. And the other day, one of my YouTubers said that if I ever get sad, they send me this beautiful picture. And they said, if I ever get sad, you can always look at this picture and think of me, and I will give you a hug. And it like made me cry because I realized we never had hugs growing up. I remember being on the bunk bed and listening to all the screaming, and some of you guys realize, you might have went through that too. We weren't like hugged. We were yelled at to fucking get to work or to fucking stay the fuck out of the room. It was a lot of anger, and that could be something that people are learning how to improve so that they can be better girlfriends to you. But everybody, just know that if you're an angry person too, I know that I am. Just try your best to let somebody love you, and maybe we'll start doing random date nights or friends days, and that way we can try not to be such hermits. I know that you guys probably stay pretty isolated. I think the good ones are you just kind of get to this point where you don't have to worry about, you don't even want to date. Um, you're looking to only, I don't know, you seem like kind of like me, you don't really like people around you if, uh, if there's not a reason for it. You're pretty selfish with yourself. And I would too. You'll get a good one. Whoever you are, she's coming. He's coming. I think they needed to heal. Everybody was healing, and they were, letting go of a lot of things that we didn't need to bring in to this. We didn't need to bring our court cases in. We didn't need to bring our debt in. We didn't need to bring our ex energy in. And you're just everybody had to get to those points. There was two people, you and your soulmate, and so maybe it wasn't even about what you were doing wrong at all. Maybe it was that you were waiting patiently for your soulmate to get where they needed to be to find you. I love you though. I'll be back in a little bit.